So I have text page number 8. I will read the first passage. Let me start with page number 8. Now student, when you are listening this video, when you are watching this video, be sure that you have the text of English. Also you have the notebook. If you want to note something, you can use your pen and you can note down something if you want something interesting, something important. So whenever you watch my video, that time you must be with textbook, number one. Second, you must have some paper or notebook, and third, be reading with pen also, pen and pencil. That is also very important. Now let us go to the text. An encounter of a special kind. My father was a medical professional working for a private company in Raniganj in West Bengal. The officers of the company were housed in individual bungalows inside a large campus. Our house was in a corner of the campus. The officers' club was adjacent means जोड़लेले, adjacent to the boundary wall of our garden. The compound wall was luxurious with green grass, colorful flowers, and a host of tall and majestic trees. The seasonal vegetables in the kitchen gardens of the households and the magnificent trees constantly attracted squirrels and many species of birds. A group of langurs had even made their den in an aswath tree nearby. They had all become a part and parcel of our existing and daily life. One passage finished. It is the setting scene of the story, or let us say it is the opening of story. Because when you go to watch drama and when curtain opens, you see first stage on the first scene on the stage. We can see that is the opening scene. That is the opening story. So what is the opening scene of the story? What you picture get in your head when you read the passage? What picture is there? So let me tell you that he says that my father, who is this my? Surely this my is not I. This my is not you. This my is writer or speaker. Writer is using word my, I, our. Why? Because this writer is telling his own experience. So that is why he says my father. Secondly, let me tell you another phrase is there, part and parcel. What is the meaning of part and parcel? This means एखाद्या गोष्टीचा अविभाज्य घटक एखादी गोष्ट आपण दूर करूच शकत नाही. पार्ट अँड पार्सल. For example, this pen is part and parcel of my life. Why? Because my profession is teaching. Wherever I go, I must have pen, and this pen is part and parcel of my life. Because I always have with me, or I always need this thing. That is why this pen is part and parcel of my life. So this is the meaning of this phrase. Students, what is the opening scene of this story? That opening scene of this story is that writer is there and he is a small boy. And he was living with his mother, father, and brother, sister, etc. What was the profession of his father? Profession of his father was a medical practitioner. Means he was a doctor. Writer's father was a doctor. And the father and writer, their family was living in the colony. And that colony was, let us say, government colony, because it was quarters. It was a government colony. There were many houses around there, and around all houses there was wall compound. Inside the wall there were houses. Also there were small gardens, and they were having some trees also there. Some trees were small, some trees were big. Also there was some space. Vegetables was also there. What were there in the garden or in their colony? there were people, of course, and also there were many kinds of birds. Also, there were some kinds of animals. Let us say dogs, pigs, or some let us say monkeys, etc. In this passage, you have heard another word, and that is new for you. That is langur. Remember, student, do not make that much difference between langur and monkey. Langur means monkey only. That monkey can be male or female. But why the langur and why not monkey? Langur is a special monkey that we find in Asian countries. For example, India, Pakistan, Nepal, etc. These are the Asian countries. In such countries, a typical type of monkey we find, and that monkey is called langur. And now here on words, you will see this word, you will listen this word langur. When I say langur, I say monkey. Remember. So in their colony, there were some langurs also, and that was a particular time, afternoon time, and so that compound was there, everything was there, and their trees were there, and everything was luxurious there. Means total atmosphere was very interesting, that anybody wanted to live there. And let me tell you that such was the atmosphere, and definitely all people were very happy because they had a time of afternoon, and they can go there inside house and they can take their lunch, and they can go to sleep or they can gossip, etc., etc. So it was all free time, or we can say leisure time. Leisure time means जेव्हा तुम्हाला काही काम नसतं, जेव्हा तुम्हाला काही फालतू वेळ मिळतो, रिकामा वेळ मिळतो, त्याला तुम्ही लेजर टाइम म्हणता. त्या टाइममध्ये तुम्हाला जे आवडतं ते तुम्ही करता. कुणाला झोप घ्यायला आवडते, कुणाला पुस्तक वाचायला आवडतं, कुणाला गप्पा मारायला आवडतात. हे सगळे कामं लेजर टाइममध्ये होतात. मग ही जी वेळ आहे, ही घटना घडली आहे स्टोरीमध्ये, ती वेळ कुठली आहे? आफ्टरनून. आणि ही आफ्टरनून पुन्हा कुठली आहे? ते लेजर आहे, कारण उन्हाळ्याचे दिवस आहे, मुलांना सुट्ट्या आहेत, आणि बाकी माणसांनी दुपारच्या वेळी जास्त काही काम नसतं. घरातल्या गृहिणी वगैरे जे असतात ते त्यांचं काम उरकून जेवण करून झोपलेले असतात किंवा गप्पा वगैरे मारतात. सो दिस वॉज द लेजर टाइम. लेट अस सी व्हाट हॅपन्स इन द नेक्स्ट पॅराग्राफ. A small incident on a Saturday afternoon left a profound effect. Profound means संपूर्ण. Profound effect on me. Effect means परिणाम. And unfolded before my eyes a whole new dimension to the wonders of God's creation. Wonders of God's creation. It was a few days into the puja vacation. Just like for any other child, the holidays provided an opportunity for me to become engrossed in various magazines and storybooks, published especially for children in the festive season. Festive season means the season which is having many festivals. For example, Diwali is festive season because for Diwali we get many days, many holidays, and that is why it is a festive season. Students, see what is what writer says that it was a Saturday. He can remember day also, he can remember exact time. He says that it was Saturday. It was Saturday afternoon, and that a small incident happened, and that incident opened. Unfolded means what? Opened. Open means which we can see. Till that time it was covered. That incident happened, and that incident opened what? New dimension or new wonders. Dimension of the world. New wonder of the world. Because you know that we find that everything is normal or everything is known. That is why we don't take interest in everyday happenings. But if you find something very interesting, and if you find wonderful out of your capacity, out of your understanding, then you think that this is the creation of God. You know that when we say rainbow, when we say rainbow in the sky during rainy season, then we say it is the creation of God. Because no painter can go there and paint colors. It is our out of understanding. How can one create such things? It is not in the hand of human being. That is why we say it is the creation of God. And here writer says that when I faced that incident, when I saw that incident, Then I thought, number one, there is a God. Number second, God has created many wonderful things. Only thing is that all people cannot see them. There are only few people that in their life such wonderful things happen. And again, writer goes ahead and he says to us, he is telling us his experience, what happened when he was a child. Then he says that it was a summer days, I had many holidays, and I had got the chance to read many books. And that time I was reading some magazines, I was reading some story books, because such magazines and story books were specially made for children. And so it was afternoon times and I was reading, I was engrossed. I was engrossed in reading. Remember student, engrossed means तल्लीन होऊन जाणे. एखाद्या गोष्टीमध्ये तल्लीन होऊन जाणे म्हणजे engross. And that small boy, that writer, was engrossed in reading. Maybe that he was reading some suspense story, or maybe that he was reading some interesting article in the magazine. And now, what happened in third stanza, third passage? After a hearty lunch, my parents and my younger sisters lay down for an afternoon nap. Nap means jhop. And I settled down with a storybook. The quiet means shant. Afternoon presented the perfect backdrop for reading an adventure story. The silence was occasionally broken by the sound of my family snoring, the intermittent chirping of house sparrows, the harsh cawing of a crow, the shrill call of a kite flying high above the ground. Minutes ticked by. I became deeply absorbed in the book. Again, another similar word for engross is I became absorbed. Another similar. Engrossed and absorbed, these are the similar words. Now writer said that we had a hearty lunch. Hearty means full. Lunch means jevan. Duparcha jevan. Writer said that we means who? That small writer, his father, mother and his sisters. They all had hearty lunch and his sisters and his parents went to sleep. And this writer, this small boy, he took a storybook and started reading. That storybook was adventure. Adventure means going to forest and finding something interesting, something very wonderful, and also fighting is there, and also some gallantry. Gallantry means shaurya. Gallantry means shaurya. So that writer was reading some storybook. Writer says that I was reading, I had got a perfect atmosphere for reading adventure. Why perfect atmosphere? Because around outside there was almost silent. Only he was listening some bird sound. Some birds were making some sound there. For example, crows were cawing there. Some other kite was making call there. Also and also he was listening the snoring of his parents. Snoring means घोरणे. Snore means घोरणे. त्याच्या आईवडिलांचं घोरणं त्याला मधून ऐकू येत होतं. पक्ष्यांचा किलबिलाट त्याला मधून ऐकू येत होता. आणि तो एकटाच स्टोरी वाचत होता. त्याच्या वरांड्यामध्ये बसून. आणि तो म्हणतो पण हे परफेक्ट वातावरण होतं. कारण की तुम्हाला माहिती आहे का वाचण्यासाठी सुद्धा एक परफेक्ट वातावरण पाहिजे, एक बॅकग्राऊंड पाहिजे, है ना. मी कधी सीन पाहता एखाद्या सिनेमामध्ये वगैरे आणि उदाहरणार्थ एखादा दुःखद सीन आहे आणि दुःखी सीन असताना ते हलकेच म्युझिक येतं आणि तुम्हाला कळून येते की ते म्युझिक म्हणजे त्या दुःखाचा जो सीन आहे त्याला किती सपोर्ट केला. कधी कधी तुमच्या डोळ्यामध्ये पाणी सुद्धा येतं कारण ते म्युझिक आहे तो सीन ते फिलअप करतं ते वातावरण आणि ते वातावरण फिलअप केलं म्हणजे बॅकग्राऊंड म्युझिकनी मदत केली. तसं तो रायटर म्हणतो मला जे पक्षाचं किलबिलाट होता, माझ्या आईवडिलाचं ते घोरणं होतं आणि इतर ठिकाणी इतर जी शांतता होती, तुझे एक वातावरण होतं ते परफेक्ट बॅकग्राऊंड होता. कशासाठी? माझ्या स्टोरी वाचनामध्ये. कारण रायटर जो होता तो वाचत होता ॲडव्हेंचर स्टोरी. कुठेतरी जंगलात कुठेतरी सीन वगैरे असेल, मग त्याला पक्ष्याचा आवाजही येत होता आणि काहीतरी शांतता वगैरे होती चौकडे वगैरे, आणि तो म्हणतो इट वॉज द परफेक्ट बॅकग्राऊंड फॉर माय रीडिंग स्टोरी. सो लेट अस सी नेक्स्ट पॅराग्राफ. Suddenly I heard a group of street dogs barking furiously in the distance. I chose to ignore the commotion, thinking that the pack of dogs might have cornered a helpless big pig. But soon the barking became louder and more aggressive, and the alarm cawing of a flock of crows added to the cacophony. I also heard the disturbance approaching closer. Curiosity got the better of me. Leaving the book aside, I rushed to the veranda to see what was going on. So remember students, I will explain this passage, but before that, let me tell you few words from this passage. Now, what are the few words from this passage? There are some common nouns. They have come in the words or in this story. What are the common nouns? When they indicate group of particular thing, particular name, that is a common noun. So, group of monkeys, it is called clan. Clan is a group of monkeys. Group of dogs, it is called pack. Group of dogs is called pack here. Also, there is a group of birds, it is called flock. So these are some common nouns here that have come in the passage. Also there are some new words here, like commotion is word. Commotion means गोंधळ, अंधाधुंद, काय चाललंय ते कळतच नाही, त्याला कमोशन म्हणायचं. आणि कमोशन ही पॉझिटिव्ह कधीच नसतं, चांगला कधीच गोंधळ नसतो, गोंधळ हा नेहमी डिस्टर्ब करणारा, आणि त्यामुळे त्याला कमोशन असं म्हणतात. पण रायटर जेव्हा पुस्तक वाचत होता, स्टोरी वाचत, त्याने अचानक कुत्र्याचा भुंकण्याचा आवाज ऐकला आणि कुत्रे जोरजोराने भुंकत होते. आणि मग त्याला वाटलं काय गोंधळ आहे हा, त्याला वाटलं हे नेहमीच असेल. नेहमीच काय, कुठलं तरी डुकराचं पिल्लू आलं असेल आणि त्या डुकराच्या पिल्लाला त्या कुत्र्याने घेरलं असेल, आणि नेहमीप्रमाणे ते त्या डुकराच्या पिल्लाला 2-4 कुत्रे उचलून घेऊन जातील आणि तिकडे त्याचं जेवण बनवतील. त्यात काय नवीन नाही, तर नेहमीच होतं. पण ह्याच्यामध्ये थोडं वेगळं वाटलं. वेगळं काय वाटलं, तो आवाज होता नुसता कुत्र्याचाच नव्हता, तर वर कावळ्याचा सुद्धा आवाज येत होता, आणि तो आवाज मोठा मोठा होत चालला होता. आणि त्याच्या असं लक्षात आलं की तो आवाज त्याच्याकडे येतो. आणि मग त्याला किती जरी इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी होती, तो जरी इंटरेस्टिंग पुस्तक वाचत होता, त्याने ते पुस्तक बाजूला ठेवलं, उठून उभा राहिला, चटकन पळत दरवाजाकडे गेला आणि त्याच्या वरांड्यामध्ये जाऊन उभा राहिला. वरांड्यात उभा राहिल्यानंतर काय पाहिलं होतं त्याने, त्याला एक सीन दिसला आणि तो सीन जरा वेगळाच वाटला. कारण तो म्हणतो क्युरियोसिटी गॉट द बेटर ऑफ मी, गॉट द बेटर ऑफ मी, बेटर ऑफ मी. गॉट बेटर म्हणजे मार्क करणे, म्हणजे रायटरचं मन करत नव्हतं बाहेर जायला, त्याला कंटाळा आला होता किंवा त्याला वाटत नव्हतं एवढं इंटरेस्टिंग सीन चालू स्टोरीमध्ये, मग आपण हे पुस्तक कशामुळे ठेवायचं नाही, कशामुळे जायचं बाहेर, ते नेहमीच आहे. पण त्याला काहीतरी वेगळं वाटलं, तेव्हा त्यांनी ती क्युरियोसिटी गॉट बेटर ऑफ मी, म्हणजे क्युरियोसिटी जी आहे त्याची कंटा होती त्यांची, ते त्याच्यात ताबा मिळवला त्या रायटरवर, आणि तो बाहेर पुस्तक ठेवून गेला. आणि तेव्हा त्याला वेगळा सीन दिसला. तो काय सीन होता बरं, आय ग्लान्स, ग्लान्स मीन्स पाहिलं, काय पाहिलं, आय ग्लान्स टुवर्ड्स द रूफ ऑफ द क्लब हाऊस अँड सॉ समथिंग हॉरिबल. A big male langur, apparently the leader of its group, was holding a baby langur in his hands and mercilessly biting. Biting means चावणे. Mercilessly means निर्दयपणे. Biting it all over with a definite intent to kill. The helpless mother of the baby and other lesser members of the langur group were scattered on the roofs of the buildings nearby, watching the baby langur killed. I recall म्हणजे आठवले. I recall the terrible custom. Custom means parampara. Terrible custom in the animal clan, according to which a dominant male usually does not allow another male, baby or adult to survive within its group. This was the reality. Then what writer says, I glance. I means who, I means writer, as I told you. Writer said I plus means I saw that there was a club building, and something horrible was happening on the roof of club building, on the terrace of club building. There was something happening. What was happening? That there was a group of monkeys. There was a group of langurs, means monkeys, and among them there was a big monkey. That big monkey was sitting on the roof. That big monkey was holding a baby monkey in his hand, and at the same time it was slapping the baby langur. At the same time it was biting. Bite means chowning. It was biting that baby langur, and that baby langur was yelling because of fear, because of harm, because of hurt. Hurt means suffering. That small baby langur was biting, and nobody was going ahead because there were other langurs, there were other monkeys. Among them there was mother also. Mother langur was also there, but nobody was moving their places. They were all watching the scene. They were watching the scene, and that big dominant monkey, maybe that it was the leader of that clan. That monkey was biting. That monkey was killing small monkey. And then writer remembered the custom. Custom, custom. Custom means parampara. And what was that custom? That custom was a dominant male usually does not allow another male, baby or adult to survive within its group. जे एखादा नेता असतो, मोठं माकड असतं, मेल पुरुष माकड, ते इतर पुरुष माकडाला जगू देत नाही. मग ते छोटं माकड असेल किंवा मोठं माकड असेल, कारण ते स्ट्रॉंग असतं आणि ते जगू देत नाही. ते स्ट्रॉंग असतं म्हणूनच ते लीडर झालेलं असतं. ते स्ट्रॉंग असतं म्हणूनच ते इतर माकडांना ते जगू देत नाही. ते स्ट्रॉंग असतं त्यामुळे ते इतर जे माकडी असतात, फिमेल मंकीज असतात, त्यांचा ते प्रतिकार करू शकत असतात. आणि तेच झालं. ते स्ट्रॉंग माकड जे होतं ते छोट्या माकडाला मारत होतं, कारण ते मेल होतं, पुरुषार्थी माकड होतं. मग त्याची आई सुद्धा पाहत होती, इतर माकड सुद्धा पाहत होते. हे जर कस्टम होतं, इतर माकडाचं सोडा, पण त्या आईच्या पोटात फुटत असेल, त्याच्या आईला कळवाला वाटत असेल, पण ती काहीच करू शकत नव्हती. कारण तिने ह्याच्या अगोदर पाहिलं होतं, कदाचित तिचेच मुलं ह्या माकडाने मारून टाकली होती. इतर ह्या माकडी होत्या, त्यांचे सुद्धा मुलं त्याच माकडाने मारून टाकली होती. त्यावेळेस हेच घडलं होतं की त्या जन्मल्याबरोबर त्या माकडाने जेव्हा चान्स मिळेल तेव्हा त्या छोट्या माकडाला घ्यायचं, चावायचं, त्याला मारायचं, त्याला आपटायचं आणि मारून टाकायचं. त्याच्या अगोदरी असंच घडलं होतं. त्यामुळे इतर ज्या माकडी होत्या, इतर ज्या आई होत्या, त्याही नुसतं बघायचं काम केलं होतं त्यावेळेसही. आणि यावेळेसही त्यांना वाटलं ही तर परंपराच आहे, परंपरेच्या कसं विरोधात जायचं, मग त्याला मारू द्या. बट द कस्टम वॉज ब्रोकन. Here, it was the custom till this time in that clan, but this custom, this tradition was broken. It was stopped for a particular time here. It was stopped by writer, by that small writer. The custom was broken. Why it was broken? Why it was stopped? Because it was the interference of human being. It was, let us say, kind nature. It was the kind nature of writer that he went ahead. He went ahead to stop it. He went ahead to save the baby monkey. He went ahead to make run to that big dominant monkey. Make run means पळून लावणे. Make run means पळून लावणे. रायटरला वाटत होतं की ह्या बेबी मंकीला वाचायचं. And it was all happening very naturally. It was happening very spontaneously, because his parents were sleeping. Also his neighbors were not out of their houses, they were all inside their houses, and only small boy, that writer, was there, and he naturally wanted that no, this must stop. It may be the custom, but now in front of my eyes this custom must be stopped here. And then what he can do? Naturally he did something there. What he did there? Without losing any time, I gathered a stout stick in one hand and hurled a piece of stone at the brooding langur. The langur was so infuriated means ragalele, that it hardly took any notice of any assault. But then I started throwing more stones. The dogs on their part raised their pitch of cry. Pitch of cry. So let me tell you some more words here. So student, these are the new words for you. Stout means मजबूत, हर means एकला, एकला झालं. मरावडिंग means शोधणारे, हल्ला करण्यासाठी काहीतरी शोधायचे किंवा ते मरावडिंग. Assault म्हणजे हल्ला. So what happened here? That writer came out and he saw that baby langur is in danger, or that baby monkey is in danger. That big monkey was killing or big monkey was biting that baby monkey. And writer could not stand for it, or writer could not help without interfering. So he took one stick in his one hand, and another hand he took a stone, and then he threw a stone, or he hurled. Hurled means फेंकला. The writer hurled stone at the big monkey. The reason why he hurled, because he wanted to stop him biting to that monkey. That is why the writer hurled the stone, but the monkey did not pay any attention, or the monkey did not move from his activity. Why? Because number one, the monkey was very big. Number second, the monkey was very angry. And number third, the monkey thought that this writer or this boy is small, because his power is very slow or low, and that is why this boy can do nothing. And so writer found that he again took the stones and he continuously started throwing at big monkey, because what can writer do on his part? At least he can try and try, whatever may be the result, but it was his duty to try to save that baby monkey. But as he was throwing stones at big monkey, that time other dogs came and they also supported this writer. Then remember that writer wanted to save that baby monkey, but dogs also came for his help, and they also started crying louder. Here, pitch of cry. Pitch means पट्टी, cry means आवाज. आवाजाची पट्टी कुत्र्याने सुद्धा वाढवली. म्हणजे अगोदर ते थोडक्यात भुंकत होते, जेव्हा त्यांनी पाहिले की आपला रायटर सुद्धा आहे किंवा एक छोटा मुलगा आपल्याला सपोर्ट करतोय, तेव्हा त्यांनी सुद्धा त्यांचा जो भुंकण्याचा आवाज आहे तो वाढवला त्यांनी. तर त्यांना सुद्धा वाटलं आता ह्या लहान बाळाला, ही माकडाचं बाळ जे आहे त्याला वाचवायचंच आहे, आणि म्हणून ते डॉग्स also supported the writer. And then dogs and writer, means humans and animals, they came together to save the baby of other animal. So student, this was the paragraph. Now next passage.